Do you know what? There are some players in the game, Rat, over the years. Phil Blake, Brett Kenny, people that even if you don't follow the club, they make you watch the game.
Oh, absolutely. Reece Walsh.
And this man is one of those. Of course, listening to the audio then, it's Kalyn Ponga, the Dally Medal winner from 2023 and also skipper of the Newcastle Knights, joins us on Sports Day. How are you, Kalyn?
Good, boys. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you very much for I know you're very much in demand, mate, because you are the face of that club and the NRL at the moment. So we're really appreciative of your time. But before we get anything around the season, the summer, what does the summer hold for Kalyn Ponga? Like, what do you get up to when you're not training?
Off season was pretty good. We got to celebrate a couple of the boys' weddings, and obviously got away from the game for a little bit, and tried to get fit before pre-season because we only had like a 3.5 week block before Christmas, which for a lot of our boys we've never had that, so that was quite nice. But at the moment, it's just enjoying training hard. All the boys are fit. It's the best time of the year, I reckon. There's no pressure on you. It's just working hard with your mates, and I'm looking forward to playing some footy.
Well, we were talking to you off air about golf because you know how much you love your golf, but what are you playing off at the moment? Are you getting out on the course that much?
I'm getting back into it now. I had last year off playing golf, but I'm off 6. So I was off 5 2 weeks ago. So I'm getting worse, apparently. So
did you get a lesson?
It's good fun.
Did you get a lesson or something, and you're trying to incorporate something, or what is it that's blowing you out?
Just a bit of rust. A bit of rust from not playing for over a year. So that's what I'll blame it on. But it's good. We've got probably 8 to 10 boys that all sort of sitting around that 10 handicap, 10, 11, 12. So it's good competitive fun, and there's a bit of money on the line every now and then, which is fun.
Nice. I'll tell you what, when I played golf, it was the hardest time to play golf because you go to a training session and something's hurting. You rock up the next day, you try to have a game of golf, you got to change your swing to you got a crook shoulder, or your wrist is a bit sore, or your ankle's sore. So, mate, I'll tell you, when you retire, and don't retire soon because we love watching you play footy, but when you retire, mate, I can see you off plus figures, mate, for sure. So, should be good. But we were talking about off air an NRL golf tournament. If we had 2 representatives from each club and we put them together in a tournament, we think it'd be unreal. Who, if you were one of the members from Newcastle, who would you pick to take with you?
I think I'd probably take the one spot. We've got some keen. What's the format? If it's Stableford, I'd take probably Gags.
Yep.
He can shoot. We were talking off air, but he can shoot 3 over for 18, or he can shoot 30. But I reckon we give him
Greg Bird disease.
Yeah. So I'd take him. But off the stick, Riley Jones, young fella, he's off 7, I think. So
nice.
It just depends. It depends on what day and
the form
and what we need.
Right.
Yeah, I heard he hit some well. I heard he hit some really well. Now, I'm looking across at my colleague here, Kalyn, and he's got that much ink on his body. Sometimes I don't think he knows what's actually on his body. But what happened over the summer? Did you get any new ones? Because did I see something? You got something on the back of your neck? Is that right?
Yeah. I'm pretty spontaneous with my tattoos. They're not very well thought out, which my mum probably don't like to hear. But I'll eventually get my back done. A lot of mine are just sort of spare of the moment, something that's relevant at that point in time, and don't really have much meaning at face value. But if you ask me what they mean, I'd probably say nothing. But they do mean stuff.
Oh, remember you got one.
I've got some ones that I'd take back. Definitely.
We've all got some of those, mate. We've all got some of those.
Yeah. So, but they're on me for good now. So
I remember
it is that.
We interviewed you a while ago, and you said the 2 champagne glasses clinging together represented you and Connor Watson drinking wine in COVID. Was that right?
Yeah, that was COVID period. Yeah, that's a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
That was that period. I've got others from Connor that I'll take back, but I enjoy it. I like my tattoos. It's definitely it's on me for good.
It's a process, isn't it, Kalyn? It's like someone said to me, "Do they hurt?" I said, "Yeah, but if they didn't hurt, I wouldn't get them." It's the whole process of the design, it going on your body, and a little bit of pain, and
Yeah, there's definitely something in that. They are addictive, but unfortunately, because of footy, I can only really get them in off season, so I try and cram a few in,
Yeah.
which I think most of the footy boys do.
Mm. Now, did you watch Play School as a kid or not?
Oh, very, very. My memory of Play School is very faint, but I did watch it, yes. And I always sort of, even growing up and even getting older, when I was asked to do Play School, I thought it was I knew it would be a different experience, but kind of not prestigious, but something different for me and a pretty cool thing to do. Actors go on there, sort of, big people in a bit, I guess, big social media people, I guess, or actors and whatnot. So I thought it was a bit of a different scene for me, but yeah, it was cool. It was different.
I loved it. I love it because connecting with that younger demographic, the NRL themselves should be sitting back and going, you know what, this is
brilliant.
This is brilliant. Actually, it's a great idea.
Did it come through the NRL, Kalyn, or did they approach you directly?
My manager. So I have a commercial manager.
Yep.
He just put, like most things, he just put it to me, and I was a little bit like, am I actually doing it? Like, am I actually reading it, or what do they want me to do? But yeah, once I got there and sort of, I was nervous. I was extremely nervous, to be honest. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But it was fun. It was good.
Was dealing with some of the kids on Play School like dealing with some of your teammates in the dressing sheds?
It was more the acting side of it. So obviously I had Big Ted, Little Ted, and Morris, and they don't talk or anything, but I had to talk to them and had to make conversation with them and be. It's all part of the
script.
I guess the play, of being on it, but that was different for me. Obviously, the acting side of things, and having to read a book in front of all these people. It was a little bit, and stare at the camera and read a teleprompter and whatnot. It was all different for me, but it was a good experience. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, good work, mate. So, Dally Player of the Year, mate. What does that do to you as a player? Does it I guess build more confidence in you? Does it put more pressure on you? Have you forgotten about it and you're just worried about this year now? Where are you after winning that award last year?
It was obviously a special award, and I haven't really been asked too much about it, but I guess the reason it's special for me, I felt like it was when I won the award, I feel like a lot of other people would have been proud to know that they had their hands on that award as well. In terms of like teammates, coaches, a lot of people at the club, family, friends. I won the award, but I do feel like it's because of their hand on me throughout the year, preparing me for each game mentally and physically, and just getting me right for every game. So I definitely think that a lot of people would have felt proud in that sense.
Mate, sorry, mate. You had a bit of a rough. Sorry, I just jumped in there. You had a bit of a rough start to the season last year with your head knocks and stuff.
Yeah.
But you came out, and I thought it was such a mature decision to do what you did, and you said, I'm not going to play for Queensland. I'm taking myself out of the race for that. I want to focus on Newcastle. Do you think that was a decision you would have made a couple of years ago, or do you think that's come with the maturity and where you are, within yourself as a footballer?
I don't think I would have. I think this year or last year, the start of the season, I think I owe a lot to the club. I felt like I had let the club down, and I felt like I just wanted to get the club, going and be a part. I wanted the club to be successful, I guess, and I still do, obviously, but to miss out on those 6 games while the boys were still playing and they were playing well, I wanted to come back and be a part of that. I just didn't feel like I was in a place to step into that arena. Hadn't really, physically and mentally, wasn't probably ready to be in that arena. And I mean, it does look like I pulled myself out, which I did, but it was also with the help of Billy. He was a massive part of that, and the conversations that we had it was only for the benefit of myself. So, probably when you're younger, you probably just see Origin and you want to snap at that, which obviously I still do. But I had some things in my own backyard that I needed to get right, and I think we did that last year as a club.
Good stuff. Good to hear. Good to hear. Now headed to Tamworth for the pre-season training. I used to love pre-season training. The different camps. I loved it. There's nothing better, I think, hanging out with your mates and just getting fit.
Yeah.
What happens out in Tamworth?
Yeah, so we've done that. We've done that camp 3 times now, like you just said, then it's pretty much you just go out to. We went out to Tamworth for 7 days. It was hard. It was physically hard and mentally draining, but the bond that you build with the boys, you're together 24/7, having a laugh, training hard. So it was definitely we got a lot out of it. We didn't get out in the community as much as we had in the past, but as a team, in terms of what we wanted to get out of the camp, we definitely did.
Hey, Kalyn, Jack Cogger, I've always been a really big fan of his. Watching him as a teenager, he always knew there was something special there. Now, he's been at the club before as a young man. He's still a young man now, but he's coming back as a far more mature player and, of course, a premiership ring as well. So, Coach Adam O'Brien, has he had him in one position in pre-season, or has he tried to use his versatility a little bit more?
It's been a good battle, to be honest, between Cogs, Jacko and Punter. I mean, Tyson Gamble, we call him Punter. But yeah, it's been a good battle between those 3. It's been healthy. They're getting the best out of each other. Cogs, he was here the first time when I first got here. He was here, and he's definitely grown. I mean, as we all have. But yeah, just his mindset towards the game. You can definitely see that he's been in a good system there at Penrith, and probably a reason why he's won the chip. But yeah, I think he's definitely carried that through here. He's rubbing off on the boys, and just his mentality, like it's a winning mentality, really, and that's what we need in this club.
Well, you certainly got some depth in areas now based on, I mean, you look at the injury to Jaden Brayley, and we want to ask you about Jaden Brayley in just a moment, but Phoenix Crossland came in last year and just did a wonderful job there in the 9 jersey and really started to get better and better as the season went on. So when you look at, Punter and you've got Jack Cogger and you've got Phoenix Crossland, is Jaden Brayley back training? Because he would, I would assume, go into that number 9 jersey if he's fully fit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Browse. It's been unfortunate what's happened to Browse over the years, and one thing about Browse is he's always been supportive and wanted what's best for the club, wanted what's best for the boys. And last year when he was out for so many games, it could have been easy for him to feel left out and that sort of rub off on the boys. But he definitely never indicated he felt that way. And definitely coming back, you can see that he wants to be a part of it. He wants to add to it, and he wants to win, which I think he deserves. But yeah, he works hard. He's one of the hardest working. He's consistent. He does everything right professionally. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having him back this year for sure.
Yeah, good one.
What about trials, KP? First trial against the Sharks, Central Coast. Then you're in Fiji. I think it is against the Storm. Will you play much of a role in the trials?
I haven't really spoken to Adzi. Obviously, I'll play one of them, or maybe 2. I actually haven't spoken to Adzi about what he wants. But yeah, trials are a weird one for us, to be honest. Historically, we always suck in the trials, so it'd be nice to not do that this year and just sort of implement the hard work and the structures that we've built on last year. It's an opportunity for our younger boys. A lot of our younger boys have earned the right to trial, and that's exciting. But yeah, hopefully we can have a couple nice trials leading into the season this year.
Now, I remember some of the contracts over the years, Rat. I remember when I was out at Penrith, I think Matty Adamson was told he wasn't allowed to go snow skiing because I think he did his knee snow skiing once. Yeah, there's a lot of clauses put in contracts. Now. Are you allowed to ride your skateboard around Newcastle now that you're captain and Dally?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not.
Stay off it.
I'm not. And Adzi only lives down the road too, so I can't get around in this suburban one. I've got a bike too, and I'll wear my helmet. I do all the right things. Nah, I don't. Like skateboarding, snowboarding,
It's all out.
I think surfing's okay, but I can't surf. So, but you do have to have in mind what the priority is and the risks with all that. So I've definitely given up on that sort of stuff.
We had a great year in 2023, the Knights. Of course, you guys wouldn't be happy with that. Out in week 2 to the New Zealand Warriors. And I've got no doubt it'll be a far more mature side in 2024. And you host the Knights the Raiders in round 1 on Thursday, March 7. Of course, that's the Thursday after Vegas. Now, before we let you go, with the Big Ted and Little Ted on play school, which of the Saifides twin is Little Ted?
Don't ask me that. I hope they don't listen to this. I think they're both equal and they both have their own strengths.
Hey, that's one of the best.
Mate,
Got a few splinters in your butt there.
I'm just saying the right things here.
That's a captain's response.
I like it. Well done, mate.
If I don't, when I tell them to do something, they won't do it.
Yeah, they're bigger than you.
Yeah. No, there's no Big Ted or Little Ted. They're both even, and we love them both. And
Good stuff. Hey, Kalyn, thanks very much. Really appreciate you coming on leading into the season, and got no doubt 2024 is going to be another big year for yourself. Thanks for joining us on Sports Day, mate.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you.